spent the first 26 years of my life as a Jehovah's Witness, and let me tell you, there is nothing that makes you feel more out of place, more alien, than growing up in this community. They have such a weird, strange way of looking at every single thing that happens in the world that you never can truly appreciate just how bizarre it was until you leave. And then you look back at it and you think, how do people in 2025 think this way? And I just saw something on jw.org that I found curious.
Where can you find help to deal with the pressures and stress that come as you grow up? Millions of people will give advice on just about anything. But how do you sift through all the noise and find advice that really works with no hidden agenda? Enter the Bible. Wait a second. Isn't the Bible like thousands of years old?
The acquisition and accumulation of knowledge is one of humanity's greatest strengths. It is the scientific method has quite literally revolutionized our planet. And yet somehow, some way, there are millions of people walking around the planet right now who identify as Jehovah's Witnesses that somehow think, yeah, we don't really need to get bogged down with this process of accumulating knowledge and expanding on it. Nah, let's go back to some Bronze Age goat herders. That's where the answers were. Let's talk about it. The Jehovah's Witness leadership has a massive problem on their hands. They have skeletons in their closet, and there are people on the internet like myself that like talking about those. And there are people that like listening and understanding what are some of the problematic things with the Jehovah's Witness religion. And in a sense, it's kind of killing any notion that they are going to be a growing organization looking into the future. If you are a Jehovah's Witness leader, I don't think you are looking at your growth prospects here. I think you're just trying to plug all the holes in your sinking ship. And this is a desperate attempt to try and steer people away and scare people away from free information. So instead of actually addressing, which they never do, any of the problems, those skeletons in the closet that their organization has, or acknowledging that they exist but offering a counter narrative to it, they have chosen to just try and scare children away from social media entirely, which is never going to work. It's a very stupid plan. It is, you would have to have no frontal lobe to think that you can just tell kids, hey, whoa, hey, just stay off of TikTok, stay off of YouTube, don't go on Instagram Reels, no, keep away from all that. It's just not going to work. And yet this is their desperate attempt. Now, I think there is something a little bit, I don't want to say like insidious, but kind of malicious for a couple of different reasons and how they turn people away from information available online. But let's just kind of take this section by section and talk about this video.
Millions of people will give advice on just about anything.
The eggheads at Watchtower headquarters will never understand a very simple concept: that competition is good for consumers. I don't think they'll ever get their minds around that because they thrive on a monopoly of advice and information. And we live in a world that has experienced a complete revolution of this. There has been a democratization of entertainment, education, and information. because social media platforms give people an opportunity with it doesn't take a lot of investment. You don't have to go to school. You don't even need a lot of fancy equipment. A lot of times it's people just on their iPhones making videos about stuff. And millions of people giving feedback on products, that's a good thing. Not everyone's going to have the same opinion. But guess what happens if you have a large company that has a monopoly on something and everyone's giving it negative reviews? Well, someone might think to themselves, hey, maybe I could make this product better and cheaper. Maybe I'll give it a whirl. It really foments an entrepreneurial spirit in people when it's so visually right there in front of them. It is Adam Smith's magic hand, but it's shoved right in your face. You're like, wait, we have this need. There is a need for something better, so let's do it. And it doesn't matter if it's a soap or makeup or whatever the case might be. But competition is ultimately going to be good for the consumer. Also, information and education is so easily accessible nowadays, and this is a positive thing. The only thing that stands between you and learning just about anything is your willingness to put in the time. You do not need to go and get this world-class training at a culinary arts school. I mean, sure, maybe if you plan on opening Michelin star restaurants, then that might be in the cards for you. But there is an incredible amount of good quality information that can help you improve in your cooking techniques. There just is, and this is a good thing. Now, Watchtower just tries to make this up like, well, there are millions of people trying to give you advice about everything. Yeah, I have a functioning brain, and that functioning brain can do filtering. I can filter out stuff that I deem as unnecessary or trash, and I can stick with the things that are beneficial. You don't want to not have it available to you. I have done carpentry. I have fixed electronics. My washing machine might break. Something on your car might break. What's the first thing everyone does? I know I do. I go on YouTube. And some bozo on YouTube has a video showing me exactly how to fix this thing on my car that would have otherwise cost me thousands of dollars. Wow. The democratization of information is incredible. It is a net positive because it forces the people that were holding on, this is the secret information that no one knows about, and it provides it freely available to everyone. So that way you don't have the people holding the information, holding it over everyone. So another aspect of this that is frustrating is that this organization also tells people that it's not a good idea to pursue higher education. Well, man, if there's anyone on planet Earth that needs to use the resource of free information available online, wouldn't it be the people that aren't going to college that are telling their kids, no, you can't go to college, you must pioneer? Because you can gain so many valuable skills that you could use in a career. I know people that have taught themselves how to code completely online. They've just taken little online free tutorial online classes, YouTube videos, and they have taught themselves how to have a very successful career in software from that. And you're telling people, be careful. You don't want to do any of that social media stuff. You wouldn't want to. What are they doing to people? Imagine a child is sitting there with all of this information available to them and this bright future ahead of them. And yet, all of those aspirations, all of those dreams, all of that potential is just bottled up. For what? For what? Because you don't want people to find a video like this. You don't want people on social media scrolling through and seeing an apostate talking about your organization. Watchtower leaders, you guys are cowards. You are willing to handcuff a beautiful child and his future, because you don't want them to accidentally stumble across an apostate video. Shame on you. Maybe stop lying to people. Maybe stop being dishonest in your practices or harmful with your practices, and then apostates won't have anything to talk about. Have you thought that you might be the problem in this whole situation? Anyway, I'm losing the plot and going on a rant here, but let's continue to look at this and how they are trying to prey on people's fears that might seem logical on the surface, but if you think about it for like 10 seconds, you're like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
But how do you sift through all the noise and find advice that really works with no hidden agenda? Enter the Bible. Wait a second. Isn't the Bible like thousands of years old?
This hidden agenda thing got me giggling. This is pure desperation at this point. Now they want people to be fearful of anything they see online because if you watch this video and you click on it, they might make money from it. Therefore, it's a hidden agenda. Mother sucker, if my shirt is dirty and I need it to be clean because I don't want a dirty shirt, you know what I have to do? I have to buy some soap. Now, is there a hidden agenda if someone says, hey, I have some laundry detergent for you. Would you like to buy some? And I say, well, my shirt's dirty. I'd like it to be clean. Sure. Yeah. How much? $5? Cool. They are offering something that I want or that I need, and they are compensated for that. Is that an evil hidden agenda? Now, don't get me wrong. If we want to talk about like corporate greed spiraling out of control, we can have that conversation, right? You know, let's direct our focus at our ire at proper entities here. You know, go after insurance companies. If you want to attack someone that will just squeeze pennies out of people's butts, go after them. But anyway, I don't think that some guy on YouTube making a video, you know, where he is giving his opinions or experience with, I don't know, making kombucha and the health benefits of it. Now, are those personal to him? Yeah. Are those results going to be empirical and replicable and for other people? Maybe not. But is it so bad that he has this evil hidden agenda because he wants to get you to buy his kombucha? I don't think so. I think this person has probably just experienced health benefits and they're like, hey, this has been great for me. I've been giving it to my friends. It's been great for them. Maybe I'll see if I can make this product available to other people. And if they want to, they can participate in the whole transaction. This is so crazy how they're trying to make it seem like people online are like, oh, you hit that like button. Profits, money, money, money. Money makes the world go around, brother. I don't know what cave that you've been living in Bethel where you've forgotten the plot of how our world works, but it's just how it is. Do you want people just to come through and do everything for free? Do you want people just to go online and be like, oh, hey, I'm going to show you how to fix your washing machine today on this video and just do it completely for free? Guess what? No one would do it. Anyway, it is wild how they say that. So anyway, all of that aside, now they're trying to say, hey, how can you sift through all of these opinions? The Bible. Now, this is going to be problematic for reasons that will become readily clear here in the next segment.
It is, but it's filled with our Creator's timeless wisdom. The Bible has principles, or fundamental truths, that help you make good decisions and work through problems. It also introduces you to people who dealt with issues similar to yours.
When they're talking about the Bible or God, they are synonymous with the Jehovah's Witness teachings and the governing body. Those two things are inseparable. They're just the interpreters of the Bible and of God's whatever revelations that he has in the patch notes. So when we're trying to examine this, oh, well, man, there's lots of advice for people that they had problems just like yours. We can look at Jehovah's Witness teachings, what they say about things, and get an understanding of what they're even talking about. By the time we're at the end of the video, they're going to say, hey, just go on jw.org. So Let's just take a very common problem that a Jehovah's Witness kid will have, like making friends. It's a big deal. So, what advice does Watchtower give when it comes to making friends?
You got this, come on.
Go, go, go!
Yes. Bro, that was good.
Hurry up! We're gonna be late! Yeah, let's go! Hey, bro. Hey, good to see you.
I'm glad I was on your team.
My favorite thing was the safari treehouse.
Yeah, it had all the cool jungle animals on the wall.
Timmy, I didn't think your team was gonna make it.
I love my prize.
You got a prize? We all did.
Okay, kids, settle down. Time to get started. We have a lot to talk about today. Before we begin, for those of you that participated in the science club this weekend, we will be having another camping trip. But only the ones with the highest score on the math project will be selected to go. More on that after class.
Hey,
Now today,
Sophia,
we will
we need you in our club. You're good at science. We have another trip coming up. Hey, Sophia, come with us.
So, anyway, all the kids had badges and prizes and stuff. And it sounded like a lot of fun. And it seems like they really need my help.
I see.
Oh, you see what's wrong with the car?
No, I wish. No, I see why you want to be in the club.
You do?
Of course. We all want to have friends and do fun things. Please, would you mind moving the light over here? Right there. Thank you.
I just wish I had some kid friends.
Jehovah wants you and me to have friends. But the question you need to ask yourself is, who should be my friend? Let's talk about it at our next family worship. So, Sophia, what do you think Jehovah is teaching you about friendship?
That I have to choose my friends carefully.
And how can you know if someone should be your friend?
If they help me be Jehovah's friend. I am not gonna join the club.
That's my girl.
We are so proud of you, Sophia.
And Jehovah is proud of you too. Now, how about you go finish up your homework? Mom tells me we have a guest coming over.
Okay. Jehovah, please help me find a good friend. Someone who loves you. At least you're my friend.
Sophia, Lydia is here.
Our talk. You like turtles?
I love turtles.
Really?
So because Watchtower has a policy that essentially says you shouldn't be hanging out or associating with anyone that's not a Jehovah's Witness unless you're trying to convert them, your friend pool is limited to those in the congregation. Now, if there's not a lot of peak kids your age, that means you're out of luck. This is a problem. This is a big problem because what do kids need to do in order to grow? They have to spend time, playtime, with other kids. Unsupervised playtime, it is an amazing thing because they learn life skills. If they have to figure out, okay, we're going to have playtime now, and here we're going to create a game, and here are the rules. Well, then what happens when someone breaks the rules? How are they going to do this? Or can you just run to an adult and say, hey, we made these rules? No, you need to let them figure that out. It's teaching them valuable life skills on how to be a social creature. It is invaluable, honestly. And Jehovah's Witnesses, what is their advice on something that is so precious and valuable for a kid's development? Why don't you just hang out with some old people? This is fine to do, but it needs to be balanced with spending time with kids that are your age as well. It just does. And you can apply the same principle to anything that a kid and a teenager is going to be going through. Hey man, what should I do about if I feel attracted to someone of the same sex as me? Don't do it. Stop. Pray the gay away. What should I do with my future and my career? Give it to Watchtower. Pioneer. Go to Bethel. Become a circuit overseer. What should I do when I'm faced with a crisis of faith? Only look at JW.org. So when people are talking about evolution and creation, no. All the information you need is on JW.org. Every single problem that they are going to come up with is going to have some dog shit answer on their dog shit website. And it's not going to be beneficial to kids. I'm not supposed to swear. I've been trying and I've been so good about not swearing on the channel. But it's true. Call a spade a spade. Call a duck a duck. So whenever you're making these videos that target children and you're saying, hey, let's limit your access to information. Let's create fear around you having free information available to you. And then let's direct all attention over to our website. So that way you can get bad advice. You can see why it can be a little bit upsetting for someone like me that has experienced this. So now seeing it on the other side and thinking about a future generation of kids that are going to go through this, it's very infuriating. Now, what do I think is actually going to happen? For the most part, kids are going to ignore this. They're just going to try and find friends, have secret friends if they have to. They're going to go online. They're going to see apostate stuff, and they're going to leave the organization. But unfortunately, there's still going to be a large percentage of very intense, hardcore Jehovah's Witness families that take this so seriously that it will ultimately keep them in the religion, at least until they're in their adult years, which is super unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. But anyway, this is just something I wanted to talk about real briefly. I didn't want this to be too long of a video, and then I ended up ranting about it for God knows how long at this point. But the rest of this just goes on and talks about how you can shoehorn biblical examples. It's amazing that they even try and do this, because you can find a biblical example where they just give bad advice on the same subject. What does the Bible say about sex before marriage? Okay, don't do it. But if you go through all of the Bible's rules and everything, you'll find some curious omissions, like saying every person you can have sex with, or you can't have sex with. And then for some reason, it doesn't say anything about daughters having sex with their fathers. It's strange omission. But anyway, we don't have to go down that whole rabbit hole. And then, like I said, at the end, it tries to tell you, just go on jw.org. Anyway, I saw this after I took a shower and thought I'd yap about it for a little bit. And that's about all I got for you guys. So stay safe, be kind, and don't forget to spend more time loving the things you love than hating the things you hate. And you better have a good ass day.